Hola, mis amigos. Um, wow. I don't think uh, I've got this down just yet. All of this OBS live streaming stuff. Um, Sorry for all of the mishaps. I have, you know, I've taken down the stream that I did last night, and mostly because I was in OBS, thought I had everything set up from the day before, tried to share my screen, and all it was showing was the other screen. Even though uh, I was trying to send it to the one screen, it was basically sharing a completely different screen, completely different window, and I'm like, now I just look like an idiot because here I was talking about one screen, and I look in the chat and I see Michelle rafflecoptering, and I was like, oh man, for like half that video, I had stuff that I pulled up. I thought I had adjusted it by dragging a screen over, but apparently it was based on whatever browser window was originally on that screen. So I was basically blind and clicking on things as though I thought it was just projecting the screen, but it was actually projecting the window. And so I was blind, could not tell that people in the chat were they were trying to tell me that I was making a fool of myself. And so I took that video down. Uh, I even got a super chat on that video while I was making mistakes. But I will redo it probably tomorrow morning. It'll be a lot shorter than the 16 minutes it was because I've had a trial run, and I'll probably be a little bit more succinct with that point. But uh, yeah, I'm gonna redo that one since only like 18 of you saw it. I have the chance to edit my mistake and just put out something that's a little bit more uh, timeless, you know, than just a gaff. Because I had a point to make, and the point was really overshadowed by the gaff. So, uh, thank you, Paul and Jen, for showing up even before the stream really gets going. But oh, and Poseidon, thank you. He says I was acting like Biden trying to give an interview. God, you're killing me. You're killing me. Okay, so I got better things to talk about this time around, and well, let's get to it, shall we? I think I have this fixed. Woohoo! Now you guys are hearing a train whistle behind me because even though there's no fucking buddy on the roads right now, this train engineer, he really wants people to know that he's got a train whistle and he's gonna blow it. I swear, like every street he goes across, he's like, "Brrr," you know. Anyways, so earlier today, I was on Jamboree version point two. Okay, on the Breakfast Club, and a lot of what I said in that video from yesterday actually came out in the Breakfast Club video that's now like 2 hours long. It actually came out of me in that video, so I feel like the information's out there, just not in a very succinct form. So that's also going to affect the redo of yesterday's video. Um, So if you guys want to check it out, really, I know you guys heard that. Man, give a man just a little bit of power, a little bit, just a smidgen, just a fucking smidgen, and he will overdo it, right? Anyways, so on the first jamboree that I was only like in the chat for, there were a bunch of the faces that you guys might recognize from years past on YouTube, and then in the second one it was me. Paul, of course, got that funk. There was Dev Shell and Peach. There was Kazoom, and there was Wayne. It was it was awesome. So check those videos out, please. Make sure that everyone in version 2 gets more views than version 1. That's the big thing. It's kind of like WrestleMania in that respect. Like some people didn't even realize that this year WrestleMania was going to be over 2 nights instead of one, because it's WrestleMania Sunday, kind of like Super Bowl Sunday, right? Um, anyways, people realized that it was WrestleMania Sunday because of WrestleMania Saturday, right? And now people can realize that it was Jamboree weekend, you know, and get the little taste of it on Jamboree day one, and then get the good spectacle on day two. And so far, we're beating them in views 145 to 132. And give us some up thumbs too on day two, you know. Or if you hate me, put them on day one. That's also an option. Alan has put uh, train emojis into the chat. Jen says, "Yeah, that was loud. I don't know. I'd be that conductor." We can tell which conductor it is by the style that they go through the neighborhood with. Um, I ran into an old person who runs her own shop in our neighborhood, and she brought my attention to that fact that there's that one guy who, when he goes through the neighborhood, he's just got to blare the horn on like every little street that they're passing. Even though there's crossbucks and those things that lower down and flash and all that and all that, no, he's got to fucking blow the horn on everyone. Anyways, what time are we in this one? It's 8 minutes in so far. Okay, so earlier today or yesterday, I got a strange message from my friend Robert Wallace. Y'all should subscribe to him too. His the short way to find him is youtube.com/h8 red 42 hatred 42, right? Okay, most of you know him if you're watching me. Robert sends me this message on Marco Polo.
Hey, your account on YouTube just left a really odd comment on my latest video and then it removed it. Somebody's screwing around with your phone.
And nobody was screwing around with my phone. But then he sent me the screenshot of the comment, and it was basically my channel saying, "Please help, man, please help." Right? And I don't know where this comment came from, but then I found it in my own notifications, like my own channel was saying, "Hey, man, please help," to me, right? And so the comment was deleted, but because I have my YouTube settings set to send all my comments to my email, I was able to get this right here. on YouTube, it actually had my proper icon right here. The measuring, sorry, the microscope, right? So, uh, it says, "Please help me," and it's from Agent of Doubt. It's not misspelled because now you can spoof channels without misspelling them. Like I actually had to go in and register Agent Zero F Doubt and Agent of D Zero Ubd just to take the zeros and the O's away from people. There's like 4 different variants using zeros instead of O's that I had to register back in the day to camp just to make sure that nobody else would get them, especially one person in particular, and that was Tommy Parkey, right? And you might not know about this troll, but I'm about to introduce you to him if you've never seen him before, because he created a spoof account of my channel. It looks like it's Agent of Doubt right here with 3 subscribers, right? Using my microscope icon right here, uh, my relief woodcut image, and here it is. It says Agent of Doubt and Glenn Watson. All babies are atheists. Uh, I don't know what VGCP is, but it says leaked gay sex tape exposed. And what it is this bodybuilder video where some guy is peppering kisses on the nipple of this bodybuilder's pecs, right? I am flattered that apparently Tommy Parkey thinks that I have that well of a defined chest area, you know. But this guy, I gotta say, he's got me beat by an inch or two as far as being swole, right? Okay, so if we go to some of the other parts of this channel, you're going to see that there are some hallmarks of Tommy Parkey in it, right? So we're going to go to the about part. Of course, it says Tommy Parkey 2020 YouTube Troll Police. YouTube Troll Police actually, that was his so-called clan on YouTube. I don't know that there were any other members to it other than him, but he had many different sock accounts. One of them was YouTube Troll Police back in the day. But if you look at the channels that this is subscribed to or whatnot, it says Officer Seth MacFarlane, our Officer Carnival. He's subscribed to my friend Callens here. And it's got Tommy Parkey, Officer Hitler. I don't know who this Donnie guy is. Return of Jesse, Officer Carnival Vivo. Then a bunch of other people. He's subscribed to Inventor Gorilla, who is passed away. I hope that Tommy Parkey isn't still trolling Inventor Gorilla after he's dead. That's just overkill with the trolling. You know, when someone dies, quit trolling them, right? Thomas Palumbo. Let's see. Officer Bibleman, Commander Slappy, YouTube Troll Police. All of these are his sock accounts. YouTube Troll Police Tommy Parkey. He's also subscribed to Happy Cabby, who is also passed away. And a couple of other YouTubers. My friend Brian right here. This one's South Park Studios Abel. Now, those of you who don't know, when Tommy Parkey and All Babies Are Atheists had their original feud, Tommy Parkey had a channel called South Park Studios on YouTube. Now, SouthParkStudios.com is where you would go to see free episodes of South Park if you're in the US. If you're in the UK, it doesn't work unless you use a VPN. But that's like direct from the creators, right? So the fact that he had that YouTube channel name and had a couple of clips from South Park on it, he was very, very much breaching copyright, right? So somehow he lost his channel while he was in the middle of a feud with All Babies Are Atheists, Glenn Watson, and he got pissed off, blamed Glenn Watson for losing his channel, which had millions of views on it at the time, had a lot of subscribers. He was on his way to like low level YouTube fame for having a YouTube channel, and he lost that channel and many others. And then he started making gay porn with pasting the pictures of people that he didn't like into the gay porn. And then he went so far as to make some of that gay porn for All Babies Are Atheists and include pictures of the guy's grandkid in the background. A little over the top, right? Just a little. So he's been losing channels left and right, but he can create channels faster than you can whack-a-mole put them down, right? He's proven that time and again. You cannot keep this troll down. And over the past 10 years, this guy has still been just as retarded as day one. He's got like, he's got endurance. We'll put it that way. I wanted to go further with that, but I'm trying to be a better social justice warrior. Let's get a little bit of PC in here. But this guy, okay, when you get just a little bit of YouTube success, this guy comes around and he will piss in your pool. Yes, corny, just a little over the top. So, who else has he got on his subscriptions? He's got Robert Wallace, one of the people who received a message saying, "Help me, please help." And then he's got, Prince Noob Sauce, my friend, who has not posted a video in years. Fucking years. He's been done with YouTube for fucking years, and he's still being added to this guy's list of people who are on his hit list. Now this is Glenn Watson and the picture of his grandkid, right? And it says ADHD is no excuse for rape. That's what he's named the sock account channel right there. Let's see. Got That Funk, who might have gotten a message from Tommy Parkey saying, "Help me, please help," because he's been very nice to me in the last 2 days. And I'm like, oh, well, that explains it. He's been subscribed to him. He probably left messages from my YouTube channel, except it's not mine. He just spoofed it. And so he's thinking that the real Agent of Doubt there, with the icon, the real me sent this message because the guy leaves a comment and then deletes it. So then when you see it in your notifications and you click on it, you don't get anywhere to go because it's disappeared from the video. And you just figure that it's the real person. So, let's see. Who else? Bionic Dance is there, and Exile is there, and Principled Uncertainty is also there. Right? Okay, Brian's in the chat saying, He's fine, by the way. I spoke to him on Facebook the other day. Good. I'm glad that Glenn is okay. Um, but yeah, DPR Jones. Holy shit, this guy's still trolling 3 different people now. He's got Inventor Gorilla, uh, Happy Cabby, and DPR Jones. 3 different people that he's trolling are fucking dead. He's just going around to their channels that are still extant on YouTube, leaving comments that they're never gonna fucking see. Right? He's beating a dead horse, like really fucking literally here, right? So, now that you guys have seen what kind of craziness this guy has, and most of these channels, the ones that you see with like the little officer thing right here, those are all his sock accounts, right? There's Schizophrenic Queen. I haven't talked to her in a bit. I should send her a hello. Brony Hunter, Return of Carnival. I don't know what that is. Officer PJW. All those that have that officer that are little variants of it, those are all him. Those are like he's got an army of sock accounts. Oh, you spoke to Noob Sauce, Brian. Okay, yeah. Uh, I spoke to Noob Sauce probably a month ago. He sent me a video on Facebook. Facebook, sometimes it does keep people connected, and in these times of uncertainty, I'm going to try to quit piling on Facebook for being a horrible thing for your mental health because we've already got something that's a little bit more worse for your mental health. But then there's this shit. Okay. So I'm not going to play the gay porn that he has put the one video here. But I did watch it, and I will say there's nothing that I could get flagged for, really, because all it is the person below puts a couple of kisses peppered on the guy's nipple, and I don't think that that's actually like flaggable because it's a guy's chest. But what really offends me about Tommy Parkey is that he thinks that because the sex is gay, it is then disgusting, nasty, and revolting, right? There's nothing wrong with being gay, right? Maybe Tommy is protesting a little bit too much because for the last 10 years, he's been putting people's faces on nothing but gay porn, right? So let's see. For videos, he's just got the one video. For playlists, nothing. Channels, that's what gives it away that it's a. Oh my God, hold on. There's Jade's channel right there. Meliagris Fellis. He's got 4 people. 4 people that are dead that he is trolling beyond the grave. Holy shit. This guy, he really takes these grudges to the extreme. Anyways, I called this stream a case for a fair flag because spoofing someone's channel like this is against the terms of service. And I just wanted to be like completely public in my flagging down of this. Like, this is me flagging it. Here we go. Let's see if it still worked. Like, I don't even know how to flag with the new system. It's been that this long. Hold on. Is it? Oh, it's impersonation. It's the second thing. You got harassment and cyberbullying. violent threats, child endangerment. Well, he did. Maybe we can flag the other one that is. It's got. Hold on. Cancel this. Let me before I flag his channel down. Let me go to his channels thing and open this other sock account that he's got. He's got Glenn's kid on it. I can flag that one down too because he's endangering children by just fucking harassing them and shit. Anyways, let's go back to this report thing. Let's see. Child endangerment, hate speech against. I mean, this could be hate speech against gay people. I could go that way, but in the past, like years ago, when I used to flag down his impersonations, they went down faster if I went with impersonation than saying hate speech. It's like a completely different queue that you get in. So let's see, spam games. None of these are your issue. Okay, here we go. Reporting. How's this person impersonating you? My YouTube channel is being impersonated. There you go. Enter the channel URL of the person you want to report. I think that's it. Let me just check for sure. One. UCREO. Okay. UCREO. Okay. It auto-filled it in. In order for us to help you as quickly as possible, please select only the content that he's impersonating. He's not doing the video. Okay, I'll report that video, but let's see. Yeah, it's gonna block him. That's good. Okay. Additional notes. He posts comments and then deletes them quickly to evade your flagging system. Period. He has copied my username and avatar picture to impersonate me. And I'm not a robot. Please don't make me do a CAPTCHA. Oh, thank goodness. I hate the CAPTCHA thing. And if it was a CAPTCHA involving trains right now, I'd be double pissed. So, there we go. I have reported the issue. Most likely, he's going to get flagged down. Most likely. Like, impersonation is so much quicker when it's an actual impersonation than, or it was, than anything else. Now, here's the problem. COVID-19. If you go to just your main video page, let's see, like this, right? Go to YouTube Studio. It used to have a thing in here. Let's see. It doesn't have it anymore. Anyways, there was a little message that we all got up here that said, basically, it said they don't have enough people working at their offices to handle all the different complaints about monetization and whatnot. And I bet they're having trouble handling all the flagging that's happening right now because people are at home making videos, people are at home flagging videos. So if people are not able to work from home while maintaining YouTube's flagging system, then this could take a minute. So Propter Hawk says it's the dark Mike Meta account. Mikes cannot coexist in the same realm of existence. Yeah. So Brian, no, it hasn't affected COVID-19 hasn't infected the algorithm. It's affected the human review of things. And as far as impersonation, that requires a human eye in order to really tell if it's a real impersonation. So Jamie says that there's lots of people working at YouTube and Google that can work from home. Yes. But did you know that the people that are reviewing for the human review of monetization and whatnot is actually farmed out to third party companies where people are not allowed to work from home because some of the things that they would be shown that are on YouTube, they might try to save to their personal computer, and then it would bring disrepute to YouTube. So then they have to go to work in cubicle farms, and get this, they are not regularly debriefed for the psychological problems that they're going to experience for seeing all of the crap that gets flagged on YouTube, some of which is very disturbing. And there have been exposés about this. Jamie says that this is all the fault of China. Awesome. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me devolve into a YouTube flagger because it takes a lot to get me to flag something. And this time, it took one of my friends saying, "Hey man, are you okay?" Because he actually believed that there was a possibility that it was a message from my own phone, like somebody had stolen my phone, right? Um, or it could have been a message from me. He was questioning it. And for fooling my friends that way, that impersonation had to be flagged down. Because what else is he leaving all over the fucking internet? You know, Being Tommy Parkey, one of his favorite things to do was go down my videos and put words like cunt, uh, asshole, shitface, and just one word comments, right? And just completely piss in the pool of my comment section. Uh, for someone like me who usually leaves up any comment that has to do with the actual subject at hand of the video, for me to have to go through and delete like 20 comments is very strange. I don't like to delete anything. I'm pretty much a free speech absolutist. I leave a lot of shit in my comments, and you guys know it because you're commenting that shit right the fuck down. But this guy, he's making gay porn with another YouTuber's grandchild, picture being exploited. You know, man. And here's the thing. If he were cognizant of how wrong it was to the degree that normal human beings were, you might want him to, I don't know, have his penis laid out on a table and smashed with a sledgehammer, right? And then have lemon juice drizzled over it. You might, right? You might think that he deserves some really harsh consequences. But here's the thing, he actually is touched in the head. Okay? He's not all there. He does have mental issues. And that complicates how angry you can get at him. You know, the fact that he's had this endurance for this long, you actually got to feel sad for him that he's been stuck on revenge for losing his channel that was all about stealing the content of South Park. He's been seeking this revenge for 10 years. Proctor Hawk says he's like YouTube Beetlejuice, but you only have to say his name once. Yeah. Say his name once in a video. Dude watches all of the same people that he watched 10 years ago. People that I've drifted away from and haven't talked to in years. He still watches the same clique of people, watches all their videos. Say his name once in your video, he could appear and start pissing in your comment section. Jamie's talking about getting $2,000 from the Trudeau government, um, and he's going to get it for 4 months in a row, I think. Unlike Americans who only get that 1 month, and it's $1,200. If you do the currency exchange rate, it's the equivalent of $1,700 USD that he's getting. We already calculated that on a previous stream, but I'll have Jamie know that this morning I actually tried to watch a live stream of Justin Trudeau talking about uh, the COVID-19 response in Canada, and there were some strange things that he was worried about, like he was strangely concerned with how it was going to impact school for children in a way that the president of the United States doesn't seem so connected to. You know, he hasn't mentioned it that same way, and the way that it's affecting families who have school age kids was like completely something that Justin Trudeau was. It was like he was expecting his speech to be broadcast within the schools, so that he had to address those kids in particular and talk about how he was going to have an astronaut who's used to having to do social distancing for his job and being far away from everyone. He's going to have them talk to the school kids. And I was like, wow, it's completely different. But then, here's the thing there was an interpreter that would translate everything that he said live, like in real time, if it was French, right? And this is the stream that's coming to the U.S. So when he was speaking in English, I was hearing just his voice. When he was speaking in French, I would hear the interpreter's voice. And it was almost like when he's speaking in English, he's talking to the liberal people in Canada and in the US. But when he's speaking French, it's like he's targeting his words towards a way more conservative faction within his own country and making sure that they know that their issues are being taken care of too. And it's like he's speaking out of two sides of his face when he switches the languages that he's speaking, because he's not translating himself. When he speaks in English, he's speaking to one people. When he's speaking French, he's speaking to the other people. And he's not saying the same things. And when you have an interpreter speaking over him when he's speaking French, you can tell she's not just repeating what he said in English, he's saying a completely different thing to the French people. I thought that was interesting. I'd never watched Justin Trudeau before. I just figured that he was, a darling of the left in Canada, And then I saw some scandals that were on like the Intercept and stuff. I was like, maybe I should look more into this guy. And I just so happened to have the time to watch him today because coronavirus fucking quarantine, right? We're all on lockdown, so we got a lot of time to watch all sorts of stuff. I have not gotten so depressed that I will watch Tiger King. That shit does not look interesting to me. But I'll watch Justin Trudeau say two different things to his countrymen and come off as being more conservative when he's speaking French. That was interesting. Proctor says, no, he's talking to Quebec. It's basically a socialist ethno state. Okay. Um, so Misty got a scare today. We were driving back from walking the dogs before I did the live stream with the Breakfast Club. And Misty was pumping gas into our truck and it stopped exactly on 20 gallons. The truck was full of gas, but it went 20.000 gallons. And she was a little like weirded out by that. Like, wait a second. It doesn't just stop on 000. Are they throttling how much gas we can get? Is there like a gas quota now that you can get? And she was like, but I haven't heard anything about that anywhere. I think it might just have been a coincidence. Just like when you see like 100,000 miles 666 on your car, right? Like it was just a coincidence. We were looking and it stopped on 20 gallons 000, and we only had half a tank to fill in the truck. It takes a lot of gas. And so yeah, it was just a coincidence. But it's scary. At least in these times, you could believe that some sort of gas shortage had crept up on us because our president doesn't tell us shit. You know, he kind of misleads people while the big fucking bad thing is coming down the pipe, coming right for us. Right? You could believe that there was a gas shortage that hit the state, and he wasn't telling people. And for a moment, there was a little bit of a scare there. A little anxiety. We're all going through things like this. I actually went over to the Breakfast Club thinking that we could get around talking about the coronavirus because, along with uh, Paul got that funk, seeing that we're all at home and we could use some togetherness and maybe we could revive that channel because we all have the time to be on that channel now. Along with that, I think uh, should have gone, or at least in my mind, should have gone, the idea that people need to be entertained uh, outside of thinking about the coronavirus. Because I hear the word coronavirus all the time. Now, I do pay attention, like in the group therapy that I run and in the classrooms that I have to be in for my grad school. That's all on Zoom, both of those things. I do pay attention to how little people are saying it and how they're talking around it. Some of them have changed to saying COVID-19 instead of coronavirus. Some of them just say the virus, you know. Some of them, like Phantom Lion, who sometimes is in my chat, he'll say the Crimson Plague, you know, like it's fucking Voldemort or Mufasa. It's hard to say now because we've heard it so goddamn much. What I'm saying is, there is this effect that the word has, but also just the topic. And in hard times, I think uh, it's good to have some distractions that are not anything about what's going on. We need some time to just like put it away for a second. We can't have 24/7 our lives being just about that. And unfortunately, I've been contributing to the problem each and every day in my live streams. I've been bringing it up. You can't fucking uh, you can't fucking avoid it in my in my chat in in the stream chat right now. Uh, People brought it up before I did, you know, and unless I wanted to just talk about a subject and get off really quick, like end the stream and not let anyone have any chats on the side. Uh, Alan just called it the wet market virus. Dan called it the proto molecule from the expanse. Awesome. Um, yeah, unless I just shut down the chat and just put out a didactic lesson or story from my life, like a teacher or like a stage performer, and quit using this as social media, like it was intended to be in the first fucking place when it first came out. This was supposed to be a social media site where communication should be enhanced between the viewers and the person who's broadcasting, you know. Unless I just shut down and become just a content creator that doesn't interact, I'm going to have to talk about coronavirus. And I'm going to have to do it for months because we are now to the point where we're having two 9/11s worth of people die worldwide every day. And pretty soon we're going to be to the point that we'll have our own little 9/11 here in the US worth of people die every day for a couple weeks, day after day. And that's something that you cannot really ignore that well, you know. I give praise to the BBC for coming out with the Rose sequel and digging through all of the different footages that they might have, forgotten to publish of all their shows, just to give us one more bit of solace throughout all of this, you know. And yes, Brian, I am a Rose shipper. Yes. Propter Hawk wants me to change the name of the channel to Asian of Doubt. Actually, there was another YouTuber. He used to go by the name Super Smash 24, and I I used to get a couple messages from him on Facebook, you know, after he quit his YouTube channel. But Super Smash, he was somebody who would jump into live streams with us, just like in the Breakfast Club. You know, back in the day when it was Blog TV and Skype and whatnot. And Super Smash, I called him Asian of Doubt like 10 years ago. So I'm not going to call myself uh, Asian of Doubt because it just reminds me of him. You know, that's his title. I gave it to him as a gesture of goodwill. Terrence is now calling the virus pangolin payback. I guess if there's a flu virus that originated from Mexico, you'd call it Montezuma's revenge when you got the diarrhea from it, right? That's why it's okay to call it pangolin payback. Brian is now telling people that I don't love China. Okay, fair. I might not be in love with China, the state, the government, but there are parts of Chinese culture that do look endearing to me. I don't really want to get into it, but I like Chinese food, even the Americanized version of it. That's too racist for a social justice warrior to say, isn't it? I think I just had some self awareness just dawn on me. You can't say I'm not racist against a certain kind of people because I like their food. That's probably like next level social justice warriorism, like when you get like a master's degree in it, because like it hasn't dawned on me yet, really. Like I don't even know that I'm going to remember tomorrow this lesson that I just learned. I truly am the worst social justice warrior in the world. I stumble across these things all the time. If you just listen to yourself, you know, yeah. Proctor says that soon toilet paper will be a way to peacock one's wealth. Maybe, maybe all that toilet paper right there is a way to peacock my wealth. But also, we could just like set up in our videos where let me just prop this up right here. We put little bottles of hand sanitizer like that. You can't really fucking see me past the hand sanitizer. Shit. And I want you to be able to read the hand sanitizer part. Like it actually says hand on it right there. Hold on. We'll put it right there. Yeah. Yeah, that works. It doesn't look superimposed at all, right? And those of us who are going to live longer, we're going to all have the same salutation. We're going to reach out to each other like this, right? And we'll tap each other's measuring sticks, making sure that we're at least 3 foot of measuring stick coming out of our measuring stick, right? And that's how we'll shake hands. with measuring sticks. Maybe we'll get little like hand attachments for our measuring sticks so that they connect, or magnets. We could magnet each other's end of our measuring stick. I can hold on. There we go. There you go. You might have to super glue the magnet so that like your magnet doesn't like leave and go to somebody else's measuring tape and then spread germs that way. And maybe like take a lighter to the end of your measuring tape every now and again to just disinfect it. But that's how I figure those of us who live through all of this are going to have to greet each other. Is this getting strange? I felt like it was strange at the point of why does Agent of Doubt have uh, fanboys who are making gay porn of him? That's what did it for me. I don't know what level you guys were at with that, but like for me, it was way too strange for me to face tomorrow when I saw the gay porn of myself again. 10 years ago, it was worse because in one of them, it was like my face on a bent over character, and you know who was doing me in the butt? Garfield the cat. He made an animated GIF of Garfield the cat pumping me in the butt. Okay? And so, it took a long time for me to get over the trauma of having cartoon butt sex made about me. You know? Proctor just ended the show. I there's no better response to everything I've saying than that. Proctor just said that me having cartoon booty sex with Garfield the cat was not his proudest fap. It's done. Show's over. I'm going to sleep. See y'all tomorrow. Make sure you use your social distancing and your hand sanitizer. Stock up on toilet paper so that you don't get coronavirus. Good night.